done that command has ended up here. We're all just standing around. Hello. And so, yeah, these buildings all around basically give away what this whole place is based on, which is ancient Rome. So that's what the spawn city is all based on. It's based on Rome, the capital of the ancient world. And so we've got some barracks here for the troops to stay in. And we've got a command block here, but it serves perfectly as a spawn point for everyone to come, because it's all walled in inside a big fortress, and everyone can just arrive and have a little look around before they start to venture out into the bigger world.
Okay, let's move on right into the city. It'll be cool.
So we just sort of come through the the gates there and come down this pathway and cross over the bridge. And from here, it's pretty much wherever you want to go. So down this main road that I've just walked into, the city kind of ends. It ends because I haven't finished it yet. So basically, this will be all, it'll turn into a big open piazza type place. There'll be columns and obelisks and buildings and everything like that. A couple of churches and everything. But if we want to stick to the city that's actually finished, so it gives the illusion like it's all done, we'll just go around back this way.
I'm still following along.
Yeah.
We'll have to go take a look at the walls soon as well. Those look.
Yeah. So, this whole area used to just be a whole pile of grass. It was just grass, uneven, hilly terrain, and basically, when I came through here, I thought, okay, let's build a city here. Let's build a city that everyone can run around in and get and feel like they're in a historical setting. Of course, it doesn't just have to be historical. We could make this modern if we wanted to, but
historical is your thing, right?
Yeah. So I thought, okay, I love ancient Rome, so why don't I start with that?
And what are you currently doing at uni, or what did you just finish?
We just finished ancient Rome, actually. So we were doing a unit on Roman history, just basically the foundation of it, and how its political structure sort of came about, and the social wars during the time. But this is a mixed match, really. It's got some elements of ancient Rome, but it's also got some elements of a more Renaissance era in the architecture, as much as you could get in Minecraft anyway, seeing as Minecraft's all blocks.
With Minecraft, you're not limited, right? You can do as much Rome as you want and modify it to be what you like.
Look, I could build a spaceship in the middle of ancient Rome if I needed to. That's the freedom of it.
That would be pretty cool.
But the beauty of it as well is everything here. For example, this tower here. This tower is an example of a tower that is not ancient Roman. This is a typical Renaissance era military guard tower. The ancient Roman towers look much different. They were much shorter. And they had just a simple roof on the top. The same sort of ladder system, but they were mainly stone or wood. So you can see how I've got these competing elements, but in the end it all just adds to the uniqueness of a Minecraft version, where you can take elements that you like and bring it together in the one setting. And everything you see here could be done by using third-party softwares. You can bring in things like MC Edit, which is something that I've used a couple of times. But for all of this that you see here was built block by block, stone by stone, so to speak, by hand. Just me going around thinking, okay, I'll lay out some buildings here and then build them up bit by bit. And try it out and see how it goes.
Sorry, Nathan, to interrupt. We've just gotten lost a bit, so we'll just walk back to spawn.
Oh, yep.
We'll walk back to spawn quickly, and we're going to actually go and take a look at the walls, because I think they're amazing.
Every Roman city needs a wall, right?
Yes.
To keep out the monsters.
Just return to spawn if you can, and we'll continue our adventure. Remember, if you're tweeting out, if you tweet at EdgyTweetOz, your tweet should show up in the right-hand side. Okay, are we all back here? Kate and Jonesy, I think you two are missing.
I'm away.
I'm just following Jonesy.
Just walk back to spawn, just /spawn in the chat, and we'll all be good.
Oh, good.
Okay, we're going to head over to the right here. There are some amazing walls. Just follow along if you can. The rain probably isn't making it much better.
We can fix that.
Yep.
Actually, Nick, as well, you'll be able to show how the walls sort of overlap in this corner of the city where this fortress is. Anyone who's as I don't know, it's not so much a professional thing, but it's a bit of a hobby. Who's into history like I am, might notice the shape of the wall of this fortress with its 4 obelisks. Decorative obelisks is actually in the shape of the wall of the Castel Sant'Angelo, which is in Rome in real life. But over time, I set out this wall with the intention of building the big round Castel Sant'Angelo, but decided against it just because I couldn't be bothered. But look, it's Minecraft. I changed my mind, and instead I built an ancient Roman style fort. I converted it into a sort of fortress where some people could meet and had barracks in it and everything. It wasn't a big castle, so to speak. Though Castel Sant'Angelo is built on top of an ancient Roman structure anyway.
Very interesting. We'll put some signs up later.
That'd be good, actually. Yeah.
These walls here, there's actually a little bit of an interesting story. Nathan built them manually, and wall building is very, very boring. Very boring and long process. So what we do is on every Monday night we meet up and we have a bit of a play in Minecraft. But when we're not feeling like playing, because Mondays sometimes aren't the best, we'll come in and we'll chat, but we'll build walls while we do that, because walls are easy to build. They don't require much thinking, and we can focus our thinking on talking about Minecraft and, well, general life as well. Minecraft at school. Wall building is an interesting activity. Not because of laying block by block, but because of what type of conversation and discussion you get. Whereas
wall building is really a conversation starter, isn't it?
Yes.
You'll think of everything to say when you're building a wall.
Yep. And whereas while we're building and working on more complex projects, sort of less discussion takes place. So it's good to have a variety. Now, wall building isn't a punishment, although it could be used as one. So, Nathan, we'll have to come back to the city a little later. We'll move on to Jonesy, Brendan Jones. He's a teacher at my school. We teamed up last year and put on a really cool Minecraft project for our Year 7s. Mr. Jones, do you want to sort of describe it? And we're going to warp to the islands.
Can the rain be turned off?
Yep.
Thank you.
Nathan, can you just grab the rain quickly? It seems Brendan Jones isn't around right now. So, is Fedsy here? No, Fedsy doesn't look like she's here. Kate, we don't have any of your work currently in the world, but would you like to describe some of the stuff you've done, and we'll go for a wander and see what we can come up with?
In the world?
No, at your school and what you've been doing with Minecraft. And I'm just going to go for a wander and just show off some creations while you do that.
Okay. I've got a lot of feedback, Nick. Oh, that's better.
I believe it might be. Do you have the live stream open?
If you've got the
Yes, I
live stream
do.
volume up, then you'll get the feedback going.
Okay, I'll turn the live stream off.
Just before we begin, this is the start of our original world where we started this Minecraft project back in August, I think, last year. The session was Minecraft Jam 3, and if there's any of you who went to that and are watching this, you might recognise some of the structures, but it's changed a lot. This pyramid here was built by the teachers. I remember the teamwork that went into this. They were a bunch of teachers who'd never played Minecraft before actually put this together. Well, some of them did, but the ones who did showed the others, and they put this together in less than half an hour, I think. Pretty cool to see that happen.
Something like that.
Okay, can I just check? Jonesy's back, Nick. Can I just double check though? We're meant to be at the islands, aren't we?
Well, we're going to go to the islands for Jonesy's part. But
and he is back.
Would you like to go?
I'm standing on a dark wall at the moment.
Would you?
Yeah, we left you behind.
Who would like to go first?
Holding a carrot.
Well, maybe Jonesy, because then I can talk how I used his terrific project that he did with you.
Okay, so
with my kids afterwards.
Jonesy, go type /MVTP space islands, all lowercase. MVTP is lands.
Yeah, I'm there somewhere.
Right, yep, yeah, you're at the sort of spawn point with your carrot.
With the carrot, it's a good one.
So, this islands world actually has relates greatly to the project we did. Jonesy, would you like to take over?
I'll sort of talk a little bit about what we were doing anyway. My name's Brendan Jones. I work at a high school in New South Wales. I'm a head teacher PDHPE. Nick's always been keen on Minecraft, and I've always been interested in seeing how to get Minecraft to work in the classroom. We always had problems with getting the connection outside of the DT firewall, and Nick came up with a solution that allowed us to play around with some ideas with Minecraft, especially to do with PDHPE and more the health side of things. So we came up with a plan and a design which was a whole series of islands. I was doing a unit on positive relationships for Year 7, and we thought that we'd look at the metaphor that everyone's an island, and that relationships are pretty much like building bridges between islands and everybody in the world, I suppose. So the design was a number of islands that weren't connected. The kids were able to go on and to give them, they were given an island, and the islands were then developed by the kids to, reflect a bit of their personality. They could do whatever they wanted to on it. Then the next stage was to actually build bridges between the islands, so that required a lot of collaboration and design work and sharing of ideas and working together.
It also poses many challenges as well. One kid might want a diamond bridge, whereas another might want a wooden bridge, and you really have to talk to others and get that teamwork going, and also get that negotiation going as well. And you could compare this to a series of activities out in the playground or out on the field in PE. I'm not sure if you do like commando challenges or things like that where you have to be in a team and build something. I did some of those in primary school, but this is sort of like that, but in the digital sense. Now, this world here is actually the same islands world that we're using in the classroom, but this is for the teachers here. Building together can sometimes get a little bit chaotic because you're not sure who's who, and to be honest, everyone here is too kind and they don't really want to accidentally break something that isn't there. So we built this island world. We actually used a third-party program, and we ran a lesson on, and we made this island world. And each teacher or student gets their own island, and they can be free to do whatever they like without any worry of breaking anyone else's island or item. And by putting this island world up and together, we've seen the teachers who play here develop their building skills far better than if they were to be thrown out there in the scary regular world. We'll go to Viviene's island, I think. We'll head on over to Viviene's island.
Vivienne made a great one.
Yes, this is Vivienne. Vivienne, I remember the days.
You're too kind.
I remember the days when Vivienne struggled to even move around the world, but now she's a pro.
Do you remember that first house that she built on the bank of that at the original world?
Yes.
And Vivienne was there, and Nick was helping her, and I was watching. I think I was being annoying or something. And Vivienne, a total newbie to Minecraft, was just getting some tips on building, really just experimenting, just building. Look, 4 walls, a door, couple of windows, and a roof. And it took her forever the first time, but and that's all it is just practicing, and it's fun. And once she gets the hang of it, she can build things like what you see on her island, wherever that is. I'm kind of lost, but I'll get there.
Yes. I believe this is inspired off one of your creations, Nathan.
Yeah, no, we had a look at this together, but it was basically me doing my own thing, and then occasionally popping in and checking up on how she was going. And yeah, I mean, inspiring each other to build stuff, and come up with interesting creations and impossible in the real world type architecture. It's great fun, and it really lets you express sort of your creativity in a way.
In a
I can
different
imagine
way.
for students in a school, like I would have loved it. I remember when I was at school and Minecraft was like just coming out, and I used to think it was the nerdiest thing. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. That was in high school in about year 10 or something like that. But I tell you what, boy, did that change. Because the things that you can build, just awesome.
This is Suzie's island. She also joined us a little late, but she's been remarkable. She's built this amazing island, and she also loves the horses. I wonder what this one's. You can name your animals as well. You can have animals in this. Our group seems to love the horses. And once we spent an hour trying to find a missing horse. That was the main mission. Do you remember?
I remember that. Was that that was in the original world as well?
We couldn't
That
continue.
was that. Yeah.
We couldn't continue until the horse was found.
Yeah. We found it, didn't we? It was Fetsy's horse, wasn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's right. Bellamy. It was like Bellamy the Third or something.
A quick question for people viewing the live stream. Is this generally going okay? Feel free to ask questions as well. Just tweet them at EdgyTweetos and we'll try to get them answered as well. This year we're going to try the Islands World again, but we're going to make some changes. Not too sure yet, but we really do need to make some changes. Last year was our pilot program, beta test in a way. This live stream is a beta test in a way as well. So, where should we go next? Kate, did you want to talk about what you're doing?
Yep. Well, maybe we can go over to my favourite spot on this map actually currently is Hilltop.
Hilltop. Oh yes.
So maybe we can go there and I can just have a chat about how I adapted Jonesy's great unit and stuff like that. Yeah. Is that okay?
That is all good. So if everyone just warps to Hilltop.
So where are you going now?
We're off to Hilltop.
We're off to Hilltop. How will I describe that?
Who's this? Who's this based
Hill.
off?
It's Hill. So we're going to Hilltop Farm, which is based on the real life Hilltop Farm in near Surrey in England, which was the home of Beatrix Potter, who wrote the Peter Rabbit stories. So even if people can open a new tab up and look up Hilltop Farm, Cumbria, or near Surrey, they'll see what this is based off.
So it's
And
based
they'll
on
see-
Beatrix Potter?
Yes, her real life house. And so if people look that up on Google or whatever, images, they should be able to see the similarity, and they'll see that you can actually create replica structures in Minecraft.
We'll actually just stay here for a moment, because is this the angle the photograph was taken on, Nathan? I'm pretty sure. Can you see where
a lot of them are taken from where I'm sort of standing. Yeah, where you're standing, that sort of angle.
So we'll just stay here for a few minutes a little
I'll
while.
collect some eggs.
No. Kate, would you like to begin your story now?
Yep. So I suppose my big I've been using Sim on a Stick for now, I think this is my third year, so a virtual world. And I started initially I wasn't interested in Minecraft, and I really just wanted to stick with Sim on a Stick, which is basically OpenSim or another form of a virtual world on a USB. But all of a sudden, there was this sort of more and more sort of chatter on Twitter and listening to Bron Stuckey through the plane, HAICT, I think it was Network of Educators, Danelle Batty, just were chatting about this. So I thought, I need to have more of a look. And initially I didn't like, all the zombies and creepers and all of that kind of stuff. I sort of saw it as the game and not necessarily as the space. And then when I had some time and I was just sort of starting to finish up my teaching degree, which I finished last year in June, I started to look at it more and more. So I thought, okay, I purchased Minecraft Edu. Like, I had a look around and I thought, okay, what should I use? And I really liked what Minecraft Edu offered in terms of the extra blocks. And because I teach, I'll just say I teach in this year for DEC, New South Wales public schools up on the north coast. So Coffs Harbour Public, Crossford Glen Public, Tyala Public and South Grafton Public Schools. They're all low SES schools and with a really diverse population. Anyway, I decided to just investigate Minecraft. I went and purchased Minecraft Edu because at the end of the day, it was just money well spent. Also to get the licenses because I needed to really be equitable. And I'm sure this happens down in Sydney or in many other schools. But what I found up here on the North Coast was that you were struggling to get $2 out of the kids to pay for a sausage sizzle, let alone asking students to fork out to purchase a Minecraft license. And if I wanted to use it in teaching, I really needed to have that, be equitable. So I went and bought student licenses. I was surprised, though, at the number of students who already had Minecraft, paid Minecraft licenses as well. So that certainly helped. Anyway, I think I'm trying to remember because I've done quite a few units. I'm employed at schools to work with GATS groups or enrichment groups, particularly in the areas of English and maths. But I'll talk about Jonesy's unit. At Tyala Public School, one of the identified areas of their school plan was to look more at PDHPE and the health side of things and the social skills of the kids. They really needed some development, and especially with the high achieving students, being able to work into groups, work alongside of each other. So I actually asked Jonesy if I could use the map and the bones of his Building Bridges unit, and it was fantastic. I just adapted it slightly I had these very high achieving students, about 20 odd, in my group, and we would all meet in the afternoons, and I used his lessons initially where they had to team up, work together, building the bridges. I looked at the United Nations. I think each island was a particular country, and these students were really starting to meet that I ended at stage 4 outcomes, but respectful relationships. They loved it. It was fantastic to see the collaboration, and students who initially found it very difficult to socialise in a group setting in the real life, they worked beautifully in World. And I think in some cases, and this is also documented in research, that's one thing that virtual worlds allows for, that students who perhaps aren't so comfortable in a real world setting, either presenting, working together, will lose that inhibition when they are in world, in that virtual space. It's their avatar taking on that identity. So it was a fantastic unit. I can't recommend it enough, building bridges, and one I'll definitely be using again. Since then, I also have a wonderful teaching principal at a tiny little school, Crossland Public School, 16 students, so very different from the 400 odd students at Tyala. And I wrote a English unit using Minecraft, again, based on the Epic Citadel app. I think there was it Ringwood Public School from Victoria who initially looked at they did a unit around that, and that inspired me to have a look and also create a BYOD unit. And the students essentially recreated their own citadel. They had to work together and plan it, so there was a lot of maths involved. There was a lot of written work. They were publishing texts, character narratives. They built a library, and all their books were published in there. So instead of publishing and having their work hanging in the classroom up on the walls, or in their actual books, or drafted on a Word document, they're actually drafting and publishing in their virtual library. It was fantastic. It was a great unit.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there. I just thought of another thing that might be worth mentioning. Nathan is actually your son, and how he went to school with you. I think that is also worth mentioning.
Yeah, actually, Nathan, and I'm probably the one who's done the least amount of building out of anyone.
Where did Nathan
because I look at everything and I just get ideas. And yes, and Nathan, it was wonderful actually. He's a very handy resource. I took him to, I got permission, and he came to Crosswell Public on 2 occasions, and gave the students, work together with all the students, and to give them building skills and really help them to think about what particular architectural style or building style was going to work well. So that was great, and they loved it. Having another student, Jonesy might not perhaps notice it so much, but in primary school, when you have the older students coming in from high school, or those teenage boys, the kids just love it. I also had used student experts with Sim on a Stick when I had my young students from Coffs Public, and they would come with me because they were experts in using Sim on a Stick, and it was wonderful to share, and that the students become the experts and the teachers. And I think that's something that Vivienne sort of underlining about student voice, and that's probably why my students, I've done a lot of projects since. Currently, I'm working with I think it's an AP. I get lost with all these acronyms. You can tell I'm still a new teacher. You've got the OC. I'm doing work with the OC class at South Grafton, but I'm also working with I think it's the AP. It's one class down from OC. Can't remember what it's called. But they're doing Antarctica. So they're all working together and building a whole Antarctic base built around the Doomsday Vault, Seed Vault. that's actually located in Svalbard in Denmark. But Nathan rebuilt a replica in Minecraft. And what I do love about Minecraft, I use it as a sandbox as such. So I'm using it very similar to how I would use Sim on a Stick. We were talking about this the other night with Vivienne about gamification and that I use the game. I don't use it in that mode. It's basically a canvas and a publishing space for my students. But what I do is afterwards, when we've finished a unit and they've done a great job, we'll turn it over into survival and they'll have a ball. They have this sort of reward. But do you know what? Even when I use it as a sandbox with the kids, where they don't have those game rewards as such, and there aren't zombies and spiders and whatever crawling around, they don't notice. They just love it. They love the playfulness of it, but being allowed to work together, and most definitely using it for English. It comes in publishing space, and it's just incredibly creative, intuitive, and it's just an exceptional resource. So just quickly, the Antarctic. I've made a little video with the kids. They were so excited yesterday from South Grafton. Actually, all the students in the AP class put their hand up. They wanted to be part of this video. But you can, Vivienne's provided the link at the South Grafton Public School blog, where students talk a little about the Antarctica project and using Minecraft Edu. And I also have a number of students from both the OC class to students who have a lot of difficulty socially, but who are working alongside these high achieving students, and they're actually building their own servers. From one's a quantum physics server, which is the QCraft, Redstone, which is purely science and Redstone based, to creative. There's a creative server, there's a PV player versus player server. But yeah, the kids are just so into it. They just are working so well. This group of students that you would just not see at all out in the playground together. And yeah, it's been wonderful to see that collaboration and bringing out their best work. So I've been really very pleased with it, and I'm really happy to use both Sim on a Stick and Minecraft now. And I pick and choose which virtual space I'll use. Yeah, it's wonderful. And that's enough talking from me.
Thank you, Kate. What are we going to go on to now? There's so much to show, but so little time. Nathan, did you want to give a few more details on Hilltop? Or would you like to go to the Sky
I'm not
Tower?
sure sort of where we are, but I just wanted to speak quickly about Hilltop. So if we walk back there, just real quick.
I'm already here.
Okay. Oops,
Have we already had a look at the aerodrome in the old world?
We'll retake a look at that just after
Later.
this.
No, I'll be real quick. I just wanted to say, Nick, if you just start sort of flying, I'm not sure if you've got your render distance all nice and everything. You should be able to just see. I've actually marked out right next door here. There's a plot here of land. Basically, what I was going to do was give a tutorial to Vivienne and Fedzi and you and my mum and everyone, like all the teachers that wanted a tutorial on how to build in the style that Hilltop Farm is. And what it was going to end up like is a little sort of countryside community type village where everyone could have their home that they could decorate however they wanted, but it all sort of fit with the style of those old 1900s English farmhouses. So this here, for example, what I'm walking in is the base. It's almost, actually, it looks smaller, but it's almost the same size as what my farmhouse over there is. So it's amazing how many rooms you can actually fit in when you get clever with it. And that just comes with practice. And it's amazing how much you can learn from just building things, about how much you can learn about designing rooms, how many rooms you can fit into a building, to save space and yet still have a nice home. How many, for example, building the city, how much buildings you can cram into the one block. And for example, I had no idea about building cities in blocks, but I've learned just from messing around and having fun in this world, building that Roman city. I've learnt about how cities are laid out and what works and what doesn't, and and why. I've got a vague idea, I believe, of why they build in these blocks rather than just houses all dotted around the landscape as you see in sort of countryside, which is what this pretty much is. But you just learn these things, and as you continue to build, you'll learn how you can sort of incorporate little architectural bits and pieces that you see in the real world into the very blocky Minecraft world. And when you get it really refined, you can almost make it look just as cool as it does in real life. For example, those sky towers, Nick, how many times I've built a sky tower based on...
We must visit those soon.
Yeah, we'll go after we look at Kavon's aerodrome. But there, what we'll go to is an example of how you can try and refine a design down to just by practice and playing around to something really as realistic as you can get it in Minecraft.
Do we still have the original sky towers in Arch?
Yeah.
That would be a great example of refining work. We'll go visit those soon. I think so.
We'll slot that in after Kavon's thing because it'll be in right over the same world. Or how are we doing for time?
No, we're okay for time. We might skip that. We started at about 7:30 and we're meant to finish at 8:30, but we can go for however long. It's not too bad. Next, we're going to move on to one of Vivienne's students' work. Vivienne, are you there? Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I'm here, just attending to the Twitter stream, but I ran a few Minecraft projects too, helped greatly by yourself and the other teachers on our Oz Minecraft server. And Kavon was one of the students who was very much involved, and he was one who also came along on Monday nights and did some great work on our Oz Minecraft server. And we're just about to have a look at the aerodrome model he built in our original world.
So this is Kavon's area where he's started building. He also built this dock. So combined.
Are we in spawn? Sorry.
We're in the Archland. So I've just put the command in chat before.
Thank you.
Enter that without the dot, and you should be here. You should recognise some of this stuff from. It's actually a while back. We haven't been here in a while. So Kavon is an example of a digital leader. Is that right, Vivienne? He was assisting in your
Kavon
class?
was one of our digital leaders. He's always been a great helping other students with Minecraft, where much better than I could, So I have learnt a lot. I've learnt a lot from Kavon. I've learnt a lot from all of you. I'm very grateful to have been part of this project, and we're hoping to have some newcomers too after tonight. That would be great. There's also been a question if we can link the recording to the Edu Tweet Oz blog. Will that be possible?
Yes, we can throw the recording on YouTube. We can also, if you would like to embed it now, you could pull that off, but it might take a while.
We'll do it later, eh?
Yep. Okay, so we're going to jump now to Fedzie's work. Fedzie's real name is Suzie Feodoroff. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
That's close enough.
We all have difficult last names. Well, not all of us. I do. So I've just warped to Fedzie's land, so I'll just pop that command up for you. Now, Fedzi is a high school science teacher, and she's developed an interesting use of command blocks. So command blocks are these blocks you can place that issue commands when something happens to it. And she started... I wonder if this is going to work. Oh yes, it does work. So this is a track she's built, and the purpose of this track is to record data. Now, the data isn't as accurate, and I can't fully explain how she's using this because I can't remember, but I can explain the basics. I hope she was here. You just forgot your slash cape. So what's happening here is Jonesy's cheating, but that's okay. What happens?
There's no such thing as cheating in games, is there?
That's a debate for another night. So what's happening here is, once we step on this pressure plate, a timer is started. Now, I can't remember how exactly this works, but oh yes, it's got something to do with meters per second. So I'm not sure what this is timing in. I can't remember. Something may have changed. I'm not... Purpose of this is to collect data and measure Minecraft running speed to that in real life. Now, the purpose isn't to get a result out of Minecraft. The purpose is to show collection of data in science without going outside, and sort of give you a feel of what you're doing. It's like doing an experiment, except in Minecraft. This one is a gravity test, I believe. Minecraft, as a result of doing this gravity test, we learnt that gravity in Minecraft is actually really different to gravity in real life. I'm not a sciencey person. I can't remember the finer details. It's quite a long trip up. But it was interesting to note that I think, can't be 100% sure on this, that Minecraft gravity actually results in a speed up and then slow down. Very odd. I can't remember the results. I think we need Suzie here to explain this. She's been working on some really cool science stuff, and unfortunately she couldn't make it tonight, but we'll add her recording to the final recording if we can. Actually, there is a recording out there. I'll link it a little later. Sorry I couldn't show and explain more of this. Is that her school? Oh wow, here's some of Susie's other work. I didn't know it was this close.
So basically what she's done, Nick, is just used the technical sides of Minecraft with the command blocks and everything to set up science experiments.
Yep.
And she's used Minecraft as a platform to
collect data, right?
Yeah. Well, that's my understanding of it.
And we can also throw this into maths, and I recently realised IPT as well. We've got, just recently in maths, I was doing types of data, and I sort of realised how that relates to IPT, and then it sort of relates to science as well. So I believe the word is cross KLA. You've got a wide range of opportunities to do some cross KLA stuff in Minecraft. So I don't know how many students out there will do science, IPT, and maths all together, but I can see the links. Maybe there's a way to throw in some more subjects.
What about also her mazes? She's made these mazes because she made a scale model, didn't she, of Gunnedah High School, which is behind us?
Oh yes, the I believe this is just one of the blocks. I'm not sure if this is the updated one. She made a funny joke of, oh, okay, I haven't been here before, so I just got thrown into one of her mazes. Very, very cool.
I can see that. Wow, look at the dome.
Oh, okay, so she's built... I'm surprised this is actually working. I haven't noticed this part before. The pressure plates are working even though they weren't before. Oh well.
Can you see the dome, Nick?
Yes, I can see the dome. There.
What I like about Minecraft too is all the different biomes you get.
Yes, right now we're in a very flat desert, so this was custom generated.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I think this giant dome was created for the start of a project. I can't remember the name. I don't have my notes with me. Again, I think this is in the other video. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but this is all for stage, so this is high school science that she's been experimenting. And also, Betsy was the same as Vivienne, same as me. We didn't have a clue about really how to use Minecraft or have much confidence initially, but through having this server, through, Nick having access to your skills and still being at school has just been amazing. And I can say quite convincingly that without this server and the regular meetups, just talking through ideas, problem solving, ideas for plans and whatever, I wouldn't have achieved what I've managed to achieve with my students. That's for sure. This is a great sort of safe place to go where you don't sort of feel foolish or that you're, that you're being silly. You can come and play, be creative, but also talk with other educators, other teachers, and learn. And I love that there's a mix of high school and primary here too. So it's really great. I love the informal nature of it as well.
Is it like a teacher meet, but even informaler, if that's a word?
No, it's great. It's better because I can sit at my computer in Coffs Harbour and be talking to, for instance, especially as a new scheme teacher, having access to experienced teachers like Suzie, like Brendan, Vivienne, who are experimenting, who know the sort of pedagogical and all the requirements that you need to have in a unit of work. It's just great. It's just a fantastic resource. So I think it's wonderful for any new scheme teachers out there to come and oh gosh, Nathan's being silly, to have access to this server, and it's completely free and it's 24/7. So no, I think it's really, really wonderful. And
I just want to throw something out there. You really do need to get in and play the game if you really want to come up with these awesome ideas, because you can read all these articles. You can even watch the live stream, but if you really want to come up with cool stuff, you have to play the game. You have to be in there. You have to play it like it's not used for what you're not used at school. It's just a game to you, and then you'll slowly realise.
I think, can I say, Nick, that's really true, but also you just kind of need to get the basics. And I suppose being at a DEC primary school, having access to Minecraft Edu, I also had to be very careful because I had to sell it to my principals and also to the parents. The parents don't think their children are playing Minecraft all day, even though I see an awful lot of unintentional learning going on there, and that's been documented. But I've forgotten my track of thought. But I think the miscalculation teachers make is that they need to know everything about it beforehand when you don't. Basically, you just need to know how to move forward, move backwards, and move sideways. Get yourself out of a hole, and you'll be amazed and surprised at what your students know, their prior knowledge. So, and also, one other thing is that it is infinitely easier to use than Sim on a Stick. It is so non-problematic. It was incredibly easy to get the licenses, to get the for Minecraft Edu, to get it running on the computers. Sure, they just need a little bit of an update, but I have admin rights at all my schools, but I'm sure any teacher can find that. And also, I think the other thing is just to start small, just even if you're thinking about using it with your class, to just use it with a handful of students initially, maybe. And you just don't have to go big and mad, or maybe just start a library club. Or I've started recently a technology club on Wednesday afternoons from 4 till 5, and other students come from other schools, public schools, to the school where I work at on a Wednesday, and all the kids come together and they're working together on that big humanities server.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Just to note, more kids know Minecraft than Sim on a Stick. It's like more kids know Paint than Photoshop. I don't know if that's true these days, but generally speaking, you're going to find more kids who have played Minecraft out of school than worked on Sim on a Stick. Would you agree with that statement?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they both have their challenges. Personally, from my experience, you can actually make Minecraft very challenging. It's the extra stuff you put into it, but I would definitely believe that using Sim on a Stick, I'm using it for some maths projects at the moment, it is very difficult. Minecraft, I think, is a little easier because obviously it's all cubes, but you can either make it as hard or as difficult as you like. And I think the key, and I see this discussed, whether it's conversations with Marion Maelstrom and Bron Stuckey and Danelle Batty will talk about this as well, and research, is that you have to be very careful that you don't take, and Dean Groom writes a lot of posts about this, about using Minecraft and compared to Minecraft Edu, is you have to still allow for that fun factor. You just don't want to dominate it too much. I've not had an issue with behaviour or anything. We set up rules beforehand, and the kids get straight onto task because they know that it's a privilege to have this resource in their learning. But obviously, nearly every kid, you mentioned Minecraft, and they'll know, girls and boys.
It doesn't discriminate across gender.
No, I haven't found it. No, not at all. I've got equal numbers in my technology club, my after-school of girls to boys. Yeah, no, I've got quite a few girls. Actually, the girls dominate the Minecraft working party at Coffs Public. I've got more girls than boys, and that's with around 400 students, so pretty equally, equally hard. Okay, it's 8:30 or 8:37, so...
Okay, so I just took a bunch of screenshots there. I'm going to open those up later and make a panorama in Photoshop.
Should we go to the Pantheon? Have we reached the Pantheon yet?
Yes, but...
So Nick, what you were just flying around and everything, that was just everyone was seeing that, was they?
Yep, they were seeing that.
The Pantheon is the Pantheon. We consider skip that, I guess. That was a little bit of trivia though. That was the first building that I built when this city was started. So everything is spread out from this building here.
Let's jump over to the Sky Tower. I really want to see that.
Yeah. Pick a tower, one or two.
Should
red
we start
or blue?
with the best one first, or the
which one is the best one?
Oh, well.
I'm just wondering, was it Kevon or Jones? Yeah, I couldn't hear. I think somebody was trying to ask a question, or I thought I heard just before Nate spoke.
I believe Kevon was having some network issues. Not too sure. So, do you want to go?
Where are we teleporting?
Go warp tower 1.
One it is.
Yep.
Oh, we should start outside. I'll quickly run outside. Now, don't say the movie they're from. Let's see if someone on Twitter can name it.
Okay. okay, tell me if and when someone guesses it, because I don't have it. I don't have the feed in front of me.
Okay, if you
do a fly around, I'll make it nighttime. It looks good at nighttime.
If anyone can guess what this is, please tweet it out. There may be a prize.
A virtual prize.
A virtual prize. We'll give you a Minecraft cake.
Minecraft cake. Can anyone guess the movie that this is from?
Oh, you just said it was from a movie.
Yes.
Oh, that was already. We'd already said that. Do they need a clue?
I'm not sure.
Is anyone tweeting?
No, I don't. I'm not sure.
It's a Tom Cruise movie. Sci-fi, obviously. Just tell me when. I can just say it.
Yeah, I believe this Twitter feed may be a little bit delayed.
Faulty? Okay, as long as everyone can hear.
Yes, I hope the stream's still working.
So what this is a Minecraft recreation of the Sky Tower from the 2012 film Oblivion with Tom Cruise, and basically this is the latest sort of one that I've built, which basically is much nicer than the original ones because, as I said before, you experiment with things, you get better and better. But I'm really happy with this one, and this is just an example of what people can do when they really have fun playing the game. And I mean, I'm sure you could use this for learning. It's you could have redstone lessons in the workshop downstairs, trying to make machines to think about science. You can, you could plant trees, do the farming aspect of Minecraft.
But what about
animals?
What about imagination as well? Like,
yeah.
Why don't you
Filmmaking?
Let's see the distress signal.
Oh yeah.
Minecraft.
And this actually also incorporates, not in as much of a cool way as what Fedsy was doing, but this tower also incorporates those command blocks. So it's sort of like a little control tower. I'm using tower so many times here, but that's the best way to describe it. Is that you can use command blocks from this tower to affect the server, whether monsters spawn or whether daytime lasts for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and all things like that that you need, where you might need to tweak bits of the server. But of course, that just comes down to learning about it. Internet's always good. YouTube, wherever. I knew nothing about command blocks. I just sort of self-taught, so I know some of the commands, but yeah. The options there. But anyway, this distress thing, this is basically, you can craft fireworks in Minecraft. So I made red ones, and I made a little machine inside the roof of this control tower up here, which makes a fake sort of distress signal flare thing. So I'll chuck it on when you're ready.
Yep, ready to go. We've got fireworks in Minecraft, which look absolutely amazing.
Especially at night. So you can create machines like that. In fact,
let's take a look.
Go real quick. Tower 2, go warp Tower 2. And what you'll find is Tower 2, everyone that's watching and listening, is exactly the same as Tower 1. It's just got a red colour scheme, and it's in a totally different area. So I built this tower after Tower 1.
And it's got something on the helipad.
Yes. And so this machine is from the Minecraft Redstone Handbook. If you can get your hands on that, if you're planning on using Minecraft in teaching. Really cool. Taught me a lot of interesting machines that you can use in Minecraft that I had no idea about beforehand. As well as at the end of the book, it showcases a lot of ultra amazing creations that I'd never be able to do, like calculators. People make working scientific calculators in Minecraft.
What's this machine?
This machine is a supercharged arrow launcher.
Wow.
So I'll chuck it on with the button here.
Oh my
of
gosh.
fire arrow launcher, which basically means that you can create weapons in Minecraft. There is a
Not
combat
real
element
ones.
there, but basically this just shoots arrows, flaming arrows out real fast, and at the push of a button you can stop it. And if you fly up here, Nick, you'll see all these woolen blocks are basically just to show the different components of the machine. So if I turn it on while you're up, so they can see the machine behind.
Oh, we actually will need to jump over to the very fun machine, Nathan. Can we please go there?
Yeah.
Can I just mention something, because I just noticed Kavon was leaving, but just the other day on Yammer, I was reading, I think, some links that Vivienne posted, and they were absolutely terrific to read. She posted her students' written request to have Minecraft at the school, I think, and some of them were just, amazing what they wrote, or really, really terrific anyway, and justifying why they should have Minecraft, or Minecraft should be part of their learning at the school.
Yeah, they did a fabulous job.
They sure did, and these are amazing. When I look at what Nath builds, it's really amazing. But I think Minecraft is also a really powerful tool to use, especially with the new English syllabus. I think it's got lots and lots of terrific potential in getting perhaps students who struggle with writing sustained texts or sustained pieces. It could really be a terrific tool to use to stimulate their imagination and to get some really quality writing. I've certainly noticed and had comments from other teachers regarding a number of students in my classes and what they're producing, the text they're producing in World in comparison to what they're producing in the real world, so to speak. So that's just one thing that sort of makes me sort of think about it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I just put out a post, not a poster, like in the chat there for everyone to warp to Tower 2, because there's one of those TNT launches there, and we can, I guess, we're sort of a bit over time. We can end it there, or I'm not sure.
I didn't realise there was one over there.
Yeah.
Is there one?
There's one right nearby.
They're
Tower.
everywhere.
They're good fun.
I'm actually at one here in the
city. So just go warp Tower 2. It'll just be easy to find, is all, because it's just right nearby.
Oh yeah, that one was a little bit of a travel.
Is Jonesy still with us?
I think some of them...
Yeah, I'm not in the game. I'm on Mumble, though.
Some of us have just popped out.
You can watch... Are you watching the thing?
Yeah, I'm watching the live stream.
You're with us in spirit, man. And what about Vivienne? Is she watching from Twitter?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just tweeting and watching at the same time.
Oh, okay. You're handling all our tech stuff.
Multitasking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I'm just standing in World, but I'm tweeting and I'm looking and I'm answering.
No worries. All right. So the three that are here basically just do a big jump and fly off this tower. Oh, Nick, get a really good shot actually if you look back up at that tower. So you can see that this particular tower is not as high up as the previous one, which means that you can actually have a pool where the pool is supposed to be. See, the previous one that we were at with the blue colour scheme, that tower can't have a pool because it's high up that the water freezes over. So
the
interesting bit of trivia.
The TNT launcher, where'd that head off to?
Just here.
Nath, can I just ask about this biome? Is this the new? Yeah, because I can see there's
this is one of the semi-new ones from Minecraft. It's a savanna biome. It's supposed to be like these are all acacia trees. Supposed to be like Africa.
Yeah. Because I use the desert one for Afghanistan.
And you can see actually through Nick's eyes, you'll be able to see how it borders. This river borders a different biome, which is just a mixture of oak and birch trees on a grassy sort of hill.
Yeah.
So it's how the environments transfer. But anyway, I think there's TNT loaded up in the thing. This machine is just purely for fun. Basically, you stand in the middle, and Nick in a second is going to flip that switch that
Can I flip it? Can I flip it?
Go. And it just launches you up into the air, and it's a lot of fun. Don't judge till you tried it. Where'd you go? Alright, I'll have a go. And it's extra fun. You'll need armor if you're in survival, which means that you actually can take damage and die in the game. But it's extra fun trying to land back in the river, because landing in water negates any fall damage that you might receive. But it's often you'll just get shot up in one direction, and you'll end up landing on the ground and splatter all the items that were in your inventory everywhere. But it's all in good fun.
Where actually are you? I'm still at Sky
See if you
Tower 2.
can. I just got shot up into the air. Can you see me?
Yep. Oh, where are you gonna land?
See, if I'd been in survival, I would have died.
But that is incredibly helpful.
Yeah, I'll just quickly fly up and get Mum so she can have a go.
Not helpful. Well, I guess it is helpful, but it is incredibly fun.
Alright, Mum, where are you?
You've got to have fun. Oh, I'm just standing over on the other side.
Just while we're waiting.
Flying, actually. Sorry.
Well, I'm at the tower. Do you want to find me so you can?
Yep, I can see you. I'm over the top.
I've noticed there's a bit of a discussion on Twitter. People want to learn and play. We run sessions every Monday. We're called the Oz Minecraft Educator Group, sort of. We play every Monday, but we might change our days up a bit, because Monday is a bit tricky for some people. And we play every Monday. You're welcome to come along. Just send me a tweet on Twitter at Nick Patsianas,
More the merrier.
or at Viviene Tuckerman, or at EduTweetOz. We'll get it all sorted.
It's learning, but it's fun.
Okay. Where is the armor box so I can pop?
Oh, you don't need it.
Okay, so I'll go in.
Yeah, alright. I'm going to try that thing that you found out, Nick. I'm walking in one direction. Wow. I don't know where I am. I just got... Oh, there. I'm all good. I thought I got shot off far.
I'm holding my shears. I'll just drop my shears.
So basically, this highlights how much fun you can have, because of course Minecraft essentially is a game, but it is also a tool. And I'm not a teacher, so I don't really know the correct lingo or what I'm talking about, but I know from what I've experienced that it can be used in really great ways. Oh, is Jonesy here? Wait, where's Jonesy?
I actually, when I went up, I landed back in it while Nick was in there, so we both launched.
You should jump in too, and we'll go flying, all of us.
Oh
wow.
I don't know where you went. Oh, I can see you.
I can see you. This is incredibly fun.
Alright. I wonder if people are getting bored watching us.
Okay, it's boys and their toys. Okay, maybe we should wrap it up.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun in World. Join us where we love to play. You can talk with students, you can talk with teachers. We've got a few very experienced teachers here who can help you, and students ask Nathan, me.
I can teach you how to build cool stuff.
Yeah, I can do my best to help you as well with anything. We play every Monday.
And I think it's just great. Share ideas.
Thank you for participating in this live stream. Thank you everyone who watched and joined in on Twitter. Just a few things to note. I put the whole back-end platform for this live stream together on the weekend just to have a play and see what I could come up with. And I wanted to see how many different technologies I could use at one time. Great use of the NBN here, the National Broadband Network. I couldn't have done this without that. I'm a very, very, very big on the National Broadband Network. And yeah, just we need proper National Broadband Network.
We're on it too, so Nathan and we're on the NBN as well.
Fantastic use.
Go the NBN.
Go the NBN indeed. And a bunch of other technologies, including QuickSync. QuickSync is something that's used in Intel wireless displays, sort of like AirPlay mirroring. That's been really helpful tonight. A bunch of open source software, including Linux, Nginx, RTMP, plugin for Nginx. Lots of technologies here. I might actually write a blog post on it. But a lot of the stuff used here is open source. A lot of the stuff used to put this together is open source. And I had a lot of fun putting this together and getting annoyed at how the design wouldn't work. I've got some stuff to work on. the web page you're watching this on is pretty blank. I originally had a really cool HTML5 CSS3 animated design, but it wouldn't scale properly with the video. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that the design was pretty not that good, but yeah, that's it. I love the technology, I love to play, and I'm so glad this worked. If you could leave some feedback just like on how the quality was and if it was jittery or anything like that, that would really help me, because this is the first time I've tried this on a large scale. Thank you everyone again.
Could I also just, have you all got time just to come on to Twitter after we sign off for a few minutes?
Of course.
Thank you,
Yep.
that would be great. Yeah, I'll just, so we're just about to wind up. I'll just wait for you to do that. And
Vivienne, would you like to give the closing remarks?
I'd just really like to thank everybody, and Nick and Nathan, Kate, Fedsy, Jonesy, and Kevon, and everybody who's been involved. EduElfie came along and helped us out too, as well as other guests that we've had. We've had other students come along and teach us things. We've had Susie's students as well, and it's been probably, I would say, the most exciting educational experience I've ever had. And I was really pleased to be able to share it with my students and with all of you. So big ups.
Thanks.
Good one. Well
Thank
said.
you everyone. We'll be signing off now. Thanks again.